Jacob Hiller, performance enhancement coach and certified personal trainer.
Hey guys, just getting more questions. I wanted to provide you answers to your questions so you feel completely comfortable with your training. This question is from Barry. Barry says, how is this going to affect my 14-year-old girl, 13 years old girl, 10 years old boy, playing varsity as a freshman, AAU travel team? Will it hinder their growth or stress or make them more prone to injury? I know lifting will if you don't do it right. Don't want them to ruin their career, etc. So this is a question about when is it appropriate, at what age for kids to train intensely. Now, Barry, here's what you need to understand is what's going on is your kids are very young, but they're playing in a very competitive atmosphere. When they play AAU or they play any competitive game, they're putting their bodies through plyometric stress. They're jumping and they're doing all kinds of things, putting their body through all kinds of stresses. When they properly train, they're going to be more prepared for that in-game intensity, and they're going to be less likely to injure themselves. There's a lot of people who say, can you injure your growth plates? However, this kind of thing, if you check out the actual research done on growth plates, etc., you will find that there's no cases of people who have hindered their height due to growth plates. There's only wives' tales, so to speak, or old tales about people who haven't grown and supposedly because they lifted weights. However, the only well-done study on this topic, which was done in Germany, found that people who lifted weights actually grew to be taller. So the opposite was actually true. However, what you can, with no second thought, you can start doing body weight exercises with your kids, whether that be plyometrics, single leg squats, single leg movements. And by the way, a single leg movement can make you very, very strong. So if you want to be on the conservative side, even though there's no research data for showing that lifting weights can hinder actual growth plates, start with using body weight. Start with doing plyometrics, helping them do the proper movements that you'll find in the technique workbook and in the jump manual. This will prepare your kids with a foundation of strength, of movement efficiency, and help them to avoid injuries as well as get them moving and just being a more explosive athlete at a very young age. You are doing your kids an awesome, awesome service by showing them how to train smart right off the bat. Because you get them started at this young age, their progress is just going to be exponential over the years if they stay steady. So I hope this answered your question. You really don't have anything to fear as far as, you're not going to do anything crazy like load them up with massive amounts of weights. You need to be with these kids, teach them how to do the exercises properly, start with low weights, make sure they get the movement done properly, and then begin to increase the intensity. If you're not comfortable using the weights, you can use body weight. So single leg movements are extremely effective for increasing stability, strength, and explosiveness. And we have all those variations in the jump manual. So you can do all the exercises in the jump manual without a weight room if you like. There's alternatives for all of the exercises. So hope this answered your question, Barry. If it didn't or you want clarification, just hit me back up or put questions below. And remember, guys, train hard, train